Hello, everybody back home. It is 10:48 p.m. my time here in Cambodia. My day is drawing to an end, as most of you are probably just getting to work and getting your day started. I believe today's Friday. Life here in the mission field is quite different. You don't really know what day you're living in some days because of days just function different, or at least in my world, they function different. And so today was probably the hardest day that I've had as a missionary and as a person. I went to Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum Archive, which was actually the place where people would go and be housed and tortured, and even enslaved for a while. At one point, it was a school, and kids went to learn there, and then it was turned into this murder house, and it was just the most horrific thing that I could possibly imagine, and then some. We walked into every classroom, and I have some pretty graphic pictures that I took of the places. I mean, you could even see the blood stains on the floor, and you could see there was a bed, and it was made out of iron, and there was a pole on the ground where they were tortured, and there was actually the chains and the tools that they used to torture these people, and you would think maybe it was just they deserved it or they were criminals, but no, it's people who were educated, just such as myself, anybody who had wisdom, who had any understanding, who wanted to go against the communist way, got imprisoned, and they got killed. So over 2 million people got killed over a span. They were in there from I believe it was the 1970s, about early 80s, I want to say. No, the war, it ended in 98. So this country has been in so much turmoil, about 100 years worth of captivity and of other just, I guess, abuse would be the best word to put it. When doing my research, I actually bought a book, but I was really excited about going today because I've been reading about it, and I felt that was just the right thing I needed to put things into perspective. And I remember walking in the rooms and just feeling the heaviness and the oppression and just the different, just so much sorrow. I just remember walking in every room and wanting to cry, but not being able to at the beginning, and just saying, I'm so sorry for every room. Just looking in the conditions, and then that was the first floor where the torture chamber was, and then the second floor of one of the buildings was just empty rooms. Like what used to be classrooms were just empty torture holding chambers. And then I went to a different building. So the first building, building A, was where they were all executed, and particularly that was where I found 15 people were killed, and of which one of them was a woman, and they are actually buried right outside that building in tombs because they found them dead there. Then there was another place where they created little cells, and I could barely fit in the cells. They were not very wide, and all they had was a place to go to the bathroom and a place to receive their 4 spoonfuls of rice a day. And it was just so horrific. And then there was a museum made in honor of these people. And I walked in, and to my left, just a pile of a train. And, that was really, really hard. I saw a little girl's dress there, and what could she have done? to these communist people. Basically, their plot was they wanted to become a communist farmland, and anybody that was educated or rich or had money or any knowledge, they were all killed for no reason, just because of that. No predicted plot. They didn't want to have to deal with people with brains, so they got rid of everybody that was older and had money or had any knowledge, anybody that was educated. And it became similar to like the Salem witch trials. They started, confessing things, and we got to read some of their journals. And I'm sorry I took the rice, or I'm sorry that I removed this, but I promise that I'm not going to do anything again. And they would still kill them. And there was this place where there's all in, and I remember looking at every single little face, and they were not much older than me, for sure. I mean, some were, and they made me sad, but some were not much older than I am. As a matter of fact, they're probably a little younger, maybe early 20s. Just seeing every face and seeing their numbers, because they had numbers attached to them in the picture on their chest. And I kind of think like a parent, I guess, because I was thinking, what if their parents didn't get the chance to grieve their death, or what if the children, the ones that were older, I was like, what if, their families didn't get to say goodbye, and did anybody even grieve for these people? And as I started to think about this and just think about, I'm like, Lord, just what kind of thing could they have done for them to, and for them to be smart. I mean, basically, if I would have been here at that time period, I would probably have been executed too, because everybody who was older than 30 was definitely killed. And if you were educated, you were killed. I'm educated, so I would have been in that pot. And so I grieved a little bit. I actually lost all sorts of control of my emotional self, and I grieved through, I would say, like 7 or 8 boards of face. And I looked at the single face, and I just sat and I cried. And I'm still having a little hard time with it. But God gave me such a heart for these people that have been through so much. We were getting statistics this morning in training, and 50% of the population in Cambodia is actually under the age of 20. 80% is under the age of 30, which makes me quite old here. I'm actually an elder, which is not too bad because they respect their elders here. Lucky for me in a way, I don't look 30 or above. I've been told that even by monks, so that's great. Anyway, so at the end of this tour, back to my point, I got to meet, there was only 2 living survivors that they found, and I got to meet one of them. I actually got to take a picture with him, and I'm really excited because I bought his book. It was $10, which is definitely less expensive than anything else that I will ever buy. I got to shake his hand and just sit with him for a second and just marvel that God would spare his life. So that was this morning, and then had a great girls' night. We went out to eat. Yay! I've been a little sick, so I ventured out. I had a burger today. We'll see how that goes. But on my way to the burger place, because we got a little lost in our tuk-tuk, we had to cross a street, and I saw this lady, and she was breastfeeding baby on the street, and she was all bones and maybe a little skin, and she was trying to breastfeed this kid, and I was like, my heart broke, because I know that it takes a gazillion calories to really properly nourish a baby, especially through breastfeeding. And I knew that she didn't have it, but she still wanted to feed her baby. And so I got to go back, and after my meal, my very fattening meal, which she probably should have eaten, not me, and I took her a little gift, and just got to see the babies, and they were so cute. And I didn't want to take out my camera and take a picture because I didn't want to be inhumane at that point. But she was so grateful for I brought her some cookies, and just the excitement to receive the cookies. It, it, I mean, it might have been a little bit off. It might have completely nourished that baby for at least another day. And I've seen so many little kids just running around. The driving here is crazy. There is no country that I've been to yet that drives this crazy. And so just to see the kids playing out on the street with the risk of being run over, or some of them are in their diapers. Not to say that, normally that would not be anything that bothers me, but it makes me question, do they have clothes to wear? Can they afford it? What are their living conditions? Do they have a bathroom? Do they have food to eat? And so, because I'm so blessed. Heck, I am staying in an air-conditioned hotel as I speak. I know I'm going to the village tomorrow, and my conditions will not be this. We will be teaching English at the village school, and it'll be eight classes a day. I believe 6 days a week. We will be teaching, or 5 days a week we will be teaching, and one day we will be leading church. We live in the middle of somewhere. I know it's a beach town, but we're not near the beach. We're like 2 hours away. And so I'm excited because it's the first chance to get to be with my team. And I think it'll be challenging because we will definitely have more work than we did the first month. And just to recap my first month, not that I have forgotten that, it's just been a lot this past couple of days. We were able to secure the college ministry for Zion Cafe, which is where we were teaching. We didn't have a solid contact, and the Lord opened that door and allowed us to build relationships, not only with the teacher, but with the principal, which I was really excited. I got to really be a buddy, I guess, in a way, to the principal a little bit. And because of that, our team was able to bring in Emmy, who was our contact. And God has a place now in that college where more people and more teams will be able to go back. The United team able to and build this bridge that was paved by the prayers of other teams and squads that had been praying for this before we came. But it's just really cool to be the ones that paved, like to actually walk the bridge. And so I'm really excited about that. But I don't think you guys need any more than 15 minutes of me talking. And I thank you for your support. I thank you for getting me here. And I hope you captured my heart in the last few minutes. And I hope to do this again soon. I love you guys, and God bless you.